Okay, I'm back with the orange ball. I can't get away from it. Here we are, Lozano Observatory, Spring Branch, Texas. Seeing it down here. There's the dot, to me anyway. Stepping it through. There's the last shot. 6:54. Central Daylight Time down there. The sun goes down around 8:09. 8:09 p.m. That's for Pontotoc. I think theirs goes down at 8:06 where we're looking. This was another sky cam I pulled up, which we're going to in a minute. There's the dot, and it would appear to be rotating north to south. So it just can't be the sun. I don't think it is because the sun doesn't rotate that fast. It's not that big. Now, as I pointed out earlier in some earlier vids, now, of course, I don't think this thing's actually, this is the size of it. However, it's being magnified, who knows, maybe 20 times at least by this fisheye lens. And here I'm going to show you why down here. Look at this. And I checked it on another sky cam. What does this object around 2 p.m.? This apparently is some kind of a summary of day, single column of images throughout the past 24 hours. So this is when the sun's like high in the sky. I guess that's when you get the full sun shot, when it's like right overhead maybe, or close to being right overhead around the noon, between the noon and 2 p.m. hour. And what do we got up here? I'm thinking that might be the Nibiru sun. If we go, okay, here's Pontotoc, and it's also in Texas, also Central Daylight Time. That's the one I showed you the calendar for. So their sunset's 8:09 p.m. So that's matching up. Then we got the ball showing up here. Like you can see the dot again in here. There it is. We'll stop it. Run it back as far as we can there. Okay, 7:59, 6:59, 6:54, 6:34. They're showing pretty good. It looks like the hole in the Nibiru sun. Okay, so there's 6:59. So that's the last shot. So there's the first one. 6:34. Still seeing it pretty well there. Still seeing it. Now it's moving out of into the glare. So I mean, here's the glare. Here's this object. This is the brown dwarf. I'm becoming more and more convinced of it. The more I look. There it is again. Well, that's the first image. But check this out. Here we have it again. It's even clearer because it's right above noontime. Say around 12:30, 12:20. There is the Nibiru sun showing in this single column image. Let's see if we can find it somewhere else. Okay, I checked a bunch of them, and not too many of them have that feature. And if it's cloudy at all, then you get a lot of this action. Here's our old friend in Warrensburg, the Moonglow Observatory, Missouri. Catching something here. I mean, these are clouds, obviously. I think that's what happens. The camera must do some kind of a sweep across the sky and take a picture of it and then save every picture, maybe every minute, something like that. But check this out. Around 1:45, sun, sky's pretty clear. What's this up here? That's some kind of a foreign celestial body, no doubt. It's not showing up like red like those ones in Texas, but like I said, there's supposed to be between 5 and 7 planets with this Nibiru sun, so this could be the actual brown dwarf, or its heliosphere showing up. Hard to say. Here's another one in Texas, Bryan, Texas. Looks like their Central Daylight Time as well, like Loscano, and the other one, Pontotoc. Here it is here. So in Texas, this is how it's showing up. Missouri, it looked like it was green and it was larger. I mean, it's all different shots from different spots, you know what I'm saying? These are obviously clouds, so around 1:30, same time as the other cameras in Texas caught it. Here it is. Bam! Red, brown dwarf. That looks like it should be about the size of it if this is the sun. 4 times the mass of Jupiter. Yeah, that could be it right there. Huh. Okay, now we're back at our old friend, the San Diego Astronomy Associate Club site, Tierra del Sol, California, sun's getting ready to set. But look at this. Bam! Right around the 1 o'clock hour. Got the big red object up here. Not too far from the sun. Now I went outside today and used my cell phone 3G camera to look at the sun with the double layer old computer floppy disk that I normally take the vids and pictures with over it just to see what it looked like, and I could not see anything outside of the sun's position because everything seemed to still be packed in front of the sun. And like I'm saying, there's 5 to 7 planets and a bunch of debris. So unless I tilted the camera severely up, down, left, or right, I couldn't see the objects, but you could see the sun was looking really weird. I mean, it was all spoked out and everything, the rays. It was not, you could tell something was in front of it, disturbing the light. In that last video I posted on 7/22, I used that sketch enhancement filter from YouTube, which basically just takes all the color out of the picture and uses black and white line, like in the sketch drawing, to highlight the light and the features in the video. And in there it clearly shows all the spokes, and you'll see what I'm talking about if you go back and look at my 7/22 July 22 2015 video. It's like an 8-minute vid. I narrated it, so you'll catch some info in there too. But that will illustrate what I'm talking about as far as the spoke action with the light beams and all that coming off the sun. I'm not seeing this object, so it's not close enough to the sun to be illuminated enough for my 3G cell phone to catch it, or it's far enough away that it's out of my field of view. But I don't see that doesn't look like that's the case, although it could be if this is a panoramic 180-degree shot of the sky. But I'm not seeing equal amounts of degrees here to the up and the down, so not sure what kind of a field of vision this covers here, this up down, so you can't really tell exactly how far this is away from the sun. But I'm not seeing it with my 3G cell phone. But that to me looks like the brown dwarf, and then that would almost that would correspond to what we've been seeing. It's pretty much lined up with the sun, and once it comes into frame we get the orange orbs. We got some kind of orange reflection here now too, showing up going that way. That's kind of strange, I noticed. But anyway, let me pause it so we can get some of these orange the orange ball coming down in Tierra del Sol. Well, we'll jump back here on this Lozano Observatory, Spring Branch, Texas, because we're getting the orb coming through here. And you can see, there we go, there's the spot. It looks like it's rotating this way. And if we go by these pics, there it is, a little bit showing a little bit ahead of the sun here. This is the 24-hour single column image. These are the clouds, no doubt. And so there it is, a little ahead of the sun, which it's pretty much what's showing here. A little ahead of the sun, it's coming through, sun shining on it, it's projecting an image onto a portion of the camera, probably this somewhere down in here, this rimmed portion. Maybe it's reflecting off of that. Maybe it's projecting the image there, and then it's bouncing back and reflecting onto the lens, and that's where we're getting the shot from. I'm just guessing. As I went to the website today and looked at the cameras. They're basically cylindrical tubes with glassed over cylindrical tube, and it's like maybe 2 feet high with the camera inside. And it catches a 180-degree view of the sky, or 360-degree view, and 180 this way, or something like that. Well, you can see what it catches. Yeah, it catches 360-degree view. And then when it spreads it out, I guess that's the 180 view. So let's stop it, step it through. Yeah, that's when it first showing now, and now I think it showed up a little earlier. We slid past that frame. There's the dot. So you're getting a double image. So that's what's probably happening. Sun. It's being eliminated by the sun, and then it's coming back somehow, bouncing off, getting rephotographed. As you can see, it's not nowhere near that big. There's the step through, so we definitely can see the dot, and you can see that there's the dot, and there's the other image with the dot. There's the lens flare. This is a projected image. This is a lens flare off of that, maybe. I don't know. But I'm becoming more and more convinced. And I'm going out on a limb here, but I think that is the Nibiru sun. So you can see it rotating this way. So if you figure our sun rotates, what, this way, goes, and then the planets also orbit around this way, prograde. Now this thing came in from the south, and I'm sure it's not rotating north-south, so this is probably getting turned over somehow by this circle cam image. So in fact, it might be rotating the same way as the sun the more you think about it. Which that would make sense, but it's really not an issue. I just was curious. We'll go back down here and look at this one more time. Bam! There it is, folks. Daytime star. It's the brown dwarf. Only be seen when another light source hits it. There's Pontotoc, Texas again. So we'll look at the orange ball. You can't catch it on this camera very well. They make different cameras. This may be obviously the same one, but we got too much cloud cover over here, so that's masking the image, and it's refracting the light or whatever. It's diffusing the light, so we're not getting a clear image onto the lens. But you can see there's the dot. It looks like there's the dot. There's the dot or depression in the Nibiru sun. It goes away. And we'll show you this one more time. Here's the orb. It's being illuminated. I'm running out of time on this vid, so I'll come back probably with another one on the Tierra del Sol. God bless. Thanks for listening.